morning, class. Welcome to this week's TESOL, Teaching English to Children, teaching demonstration. Now, last week we have been talking about sports and we have learned quite a number of the nouns or the examples of sports. Now, this week we shall move on to another interesting topic on the subject matter of hobbies. Now, class, what did you understand about the word hobbies? What is a hobby? Anyone? Brian, please. Hobby. What do you understand about the word hobby?
The things you like to do.
Yes, it is very good, Brian. It is all about the things or the activities that you favor doing. For this class for today, well, let us illustrate to the class as to the objectives of today's lesson. Well, let's see. For the objective of today's lesson, we will be looking into the present perfect, continuous, and the progressive tense of the tenses. And we'll be particularly focusing on your understanding as to the present perfect, continuous, or your progressive tense comprehension through looking into the subject matter of hobbies and several illustrations of what are the hobbies of the students and why do they do all of these hobbies. Now then, as the highlight and the objective for today is to look into our present perfect, continuous, and or progressive tense, we shall look at the exercise on page 45 as to understanding the present perfect, continuous grammatical structure. Well, let's call upon a representative from each group to utilize the present perfect, continuous, or progressive tense structure to illustrate what you favor as a hobby and how long have you been practicing or have you been doing this hobby. Well, let's call upon Jing from the verb group to share with the class as to what your hobby is, and then how long have you been doing or practicing this hobby. Jala, please.
My hobby is drawing. I've been drawing since I was 4.
Yes, very good. Brilliant. Now, her hobby is drawing, and then she has been drawing since she was 4. Now, let's choose from each group a representative to represent the group to share with the class utilizing the present perfect, continuous, or the progressive tense to illustrate to the class as to what are the hobbies of the table members of your entire table from each group. Now let's pick the first representative to represent his or her group and to share with us as to what the hobbies of his or her group members are. From the adverb group, the representative and leader from the adverb group, Minnie, please.
My hobby is drawing. I was drawing since I was 5. Yunkan's hobby is drawing. He was drawing since he was 4 years old.
Yes, very good.
Bernie's hobby also is drawing. She has been drawing for 6 years.
Yes.
Ying's hobby is sleeping. She was sleeping since he was a baby. Her hobby is sleeping. He was sleeping since he was a baby.
Thank you very much. Those who favor sleeping must have been sleeping for quite a very long time. And let's move on to the next group. Well, let us pick a leader from the next group to share with us as to the hobbies of the entire group and the duration of them practicing these hobbies, and then to utilize once again the present perfect, continuous, or progressive tense grammatical structure to illustrate the example of these hobbies and the duration of them practicing these hobbies. From the noun group leader, Poi, please. Poi.
My hobby is drawing. I have been drawing since I was 7.
Yes, she has been drawing since 7.
Hobby is dancing. She has been dancing since she was 9. Brian's hobby is doing robotics and drawing. He has been drawing for when he was 4. He was 4 and he has been doing the robotics 3 months ago. Cha Ji-kong's hobby is playing basketball. He has been playing basketball since he was 10.
Yes, very good, very good. Please have a seat, Poi. Now, well, let's pick another leader from another group. From the pronoun group, shall we call upon the leader of the pronoun group to share with us as to the hobbies of his or her group members? The leader, please.
My hobbies are dancing, camping, and sports.
Ooh, that's great.
I've been dancing since I was 4 years old, and I have sports since I was primary. Lucian's hobby is singing. Her voice is graceful and clear. She's been singing since she was 8 years old. Winnie loves to drawing.
Very good. Continue.
She started drawing since last year. Mikai's hobby is playing piano. He's been playing piano since 6 years ago.
Yes, good.
Jess loved since in 2014.
Oh yes, thank you very much, Jai. Thank you. Is there any other group who I have not called upon for this? Oh, right. Yes. Let's now call upon the leader from the verb group to share with the whole entire class as to the hobbies of her table members of her entire table. Chi Hui, please.
My hobby is drawing. I have been drawing since I was 4. Yishan's hobby is long jump. He has been long jumping since he was 9. Gan's hobby is drawing. She has been drawing since she was 4. Loxin's hobby are drawing and writing. She has been drawing and writing since she was 4.
Oh yes, very good. Thank you, Chi Hui. So, class, as you can all see from the grammatical structure of the present perfect, continuous or progressive tense, on the subject matter of the present perfect continuous tense, as we can see that for the present tense, for example, on this exercise on page 45, the present tense of this exercise on page 45 here in this illustration is have. Have is your present tense, and then your perfect participle, your present participle, your perfect participle is your been, and then this been is originated from the verb be, B-E-B, and then your continuous or your progressive is, for example, on this page, drawing or judoing. The example of the continuous or progressive example on this page is drawing. Henceforth, you have your present perfect continuous progressive tense have been or has been drawing or whatever hobby that you favor doing. And also on this page of the exercise, we have also been discussing as to how long a duration have all of you been doing or practicing this hobby and exercise. So before we close today's session, well, let us go into and dwell into hobbies and think about really what hobbies you favor, and one of the hobbies perhaps of all of the numbers of hobbies or of many hobbies is that music. and fine arts and drama and acting. Well, let's, before we close, shall we all sing a very beautiful song, a very meaningful song on the subject matter of music, the sound of music. Well, let's sing this song, The Sound of Music, together. And sing together if you know the lyrics. With songs they have sung for 1,000 years. The hills fill my heart with the sound of music. My heart was to sing every song it hears. My heart wants to beat like the wings of the birds that rise from the lake through the trees. My heart wants to sigh like a chime that flies from a church on a breeze. To laugh like a brook when it drifts and falls over stones on its way. To sing through the night like a lark who is learning to pray. I go to the hills when my heart is weary. I know I'll hear what I've heard before. My heart will be blessed with the sound of music, and I'll sing once more. Thank you. With this, well, let us close today's session with the conclusion. Well, let us once again revisit the objectives of today's class. Today we have looked at the present perfect continuous, or we can say the progressive tense of your grammatical structure, of your grammatical understanding. We have illustrated the utilization of the present perfect, continuous, or the progressive tense through the discussion of today's subject matter on the subject of hobbies. And also, we have also been through and sung a very meaningful song titled The Sound of Music, and we have also ventured into the subject matter of music. Thank you very much, class, and we shall see you all next week.